The Bermuda Triangle. Planes vanish, ships disappear, and nobody agrees why. The Bermuda Triangle between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico is the ultimate don't sail here zone. Some blame aliens. Others think magnetic anomalies mess up compasses, and skeptics say bad weather and human error. But here's the weird part. Even the US Navy keeps a cautious eye on it. Why? Because when a squadron of 5 planes disappeared in 1945, the rescue planes sent after them also disappeared. No wreckage, no bodies, no nothing, just ocean swallowing everything whole. The Dyatlov Pass incident. 9 hikers went into the snowy Ural Mountains in 1959. None came back alive. Their tent was found ripped open from the inside, their bodies scattered across the snow. Some had broken bones, some were missing eyes. One was missing a tongue. No signs of struggle with other people. The official Soviet report? Compelling natural force. What does that even mean? Over the years, theories piled up. Avalanche, secret military tests, UFOs. The most eerie detail? Their footprints in the snow showed they calmly walked away from the tent, like something terrified them enough to leave, but not enough to run. The WOW signal. August 15th, 1977. A radio telescope in Ohio picked up a signal from deep space. It lasted 72 seconds and was so unusual the astronomers circled it and wrote, "Wow," in the margin. The signal never repeated, never showed up again, and nobody has explained it since. Was it aliens? Was it a weird bounce of Earth radio waves? The truth is, this is the closest we've ever come to hearing a possible hello from the stars. And it's strange because if it was intelligent life, they only spoke once, and then ghosted us. The Mary Celeste. A ship found drifting in the Atlantic in 1872. Perfectly fine, cargo untouched, crew's belongings still there, food and water still on board, but not a single person in sight. The lifeboat was missing, but the seas were calm. No sign of struggle, no blood, nothing stolen. The theories range from pirates to seaquakes to alcohol fumes, making the crew abandon ship in panic. But the Mary Celeste stayed afloat for weeks after, totally seaworthy. So, if they left in a lifeboat, why didn't they just come back? Oak Island treasure. Since the 1700s, treasure hunters have been digging on Oak Island in Nova Scotia after discovering a strange pit. Every time they dig, they find bizarre things. Wood platforms, mysterious stones, even scraps of gold chain. But the pit always floods before they can reach the bottom. Over 200 years later, people are still trying. Some think it's pirate treasure, some say it's a hoax, others whisper about the Knights Templar. At least 6 people have died trying to solve it. And still, whatever's at the bottom of that pit remains hidden. The lost colony of Roanoke. In 1587, over 100 English settlers landed in America and built a colony on Roanoke Island. When supply ships returned 3 years later, the place was deserted. The only clue? The word Croatoan carved into a post. No bodies, no signs of a fight, just gone. Theories range from starvation and moving in with local tribes to being wiped out to supernatural explanations. What makes it haunting is that this wasn't just 1 or 2 people. It was an entire community that vanished without a trace. The Somerton Man. 1948, a man is found dead on a beach in Australia. No ID, no labels on his clothes. Cause of death unknown. In his pocket, a tiny scrap of paper with the words Tamam Shud, meaning it is finished in Persian. Police later find a copy of a book with a code written inside, believed to be connected to him. But the code? Never cracked. To this day, nobody knows who the Somerton Man was, how he died, or what that cryptic note meant. It's basically a real-life spy novel that just stops at the climax. The Voynich Manuscript. An ancient book written in a language nobody can read. Discovered in the 1400s, is filled with strange illustrations, plants that don't exist, zodiac symbols, naked women bathing in green liquid. Linguists, codebreakers, even AI have tried to decode it, but the script doesn't match anything in human history. Some think it's a medieval hoax, others believe it's an alien encyclopedia. But if it is nonsense, why is the writing style consistent, like an actual language? Someone spent years making this book, and no one knows why. The Taos Hum. Imagine hearing a constant low humming sound that no one else seems to notice. That's what residents of Taos, New Mexico, reported in the 1990s. Scientists brought in equipment, but the hum was never detected. Yet enough people swore they could hear it, describing it like a diesel engine idling in the distance. Some blamed secret military tech, others thought it was psychological, maybe even mass hysteria. But to this day, if you live in Taos and start hearing a noise no one else can, good luck convincing anyone you're not losing your mind. The Zodiac Killer. In the 1960s and 70s, a serial killer in California taunted police with cryptic letters and ciphers. He claimed to have killed 37 people, though only 5 were confirmed. Some of his codes have never been solved, and he was never caught. Decades later, the case is still open. Every few years, someone announces they've identified him, but it never sticks. The most chilling part? Whoever he was, he watched the world obsess over his puzzles, and then faded into the shadows, untouched, unpunished, and still a ghost in America's history. The Tunguska Explosion. 1908, Siberia. A massive explosion flattened 800 square miles of forest. That's bigger than some cities. Eyewitnesses described fireballs in the sky, trees blown over like matchsticks, and shockwaves felt hundreds of miles away. But here's the kicker: no crater was ever found. Scientists think it was a meteor that exploded in the atmosphere, but nobody actually saw it hit. Imagine an atomic bomb going off before nuclear bombs even existed. And to this day, nobody's completely sure what blew up. Stonehenge. Everyone's seen the giant stone circle in England, but the real question is, how the hell did people 5,000 years ago drag stones, weighing up to 25 tons, some from over 150 miles away? And more importantly, why? Was it a temple, a calendar, or a place to talk to the gods? No written records, no clear answers. Just an eerie monument standing there, daring us to guess. And the fact that it still lines up perfectly with solstices? Yeah, whoever built it knew more than we give them credit for. Atlantis. The lost city described by Plato that supposedly sank into the ocean. Was it real? Was it just an allegory? People have searched for Atlantis everywhere: the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, even Antarctica. Some think it's just a metaphor for greed and downfall. Others believe an advanced civilization actually got wiped out by a massive flood. The crazy part? Archaeologists keep finding evidence of ancient cities underwater, so maybe Plato wasn't exaggerating after all. The Black Dahlia Murder. Los Angeles, 1947. A young woman named Elizabeth Short was found brutally murdered. Her body cut in half, drained of blood, and posed in such a disturbing way it shocked the entire city. The press nicknamed her the Black Dahlia. Despite one of the largest investigations in LAPD history, her killer was never found. Suspects included doctors, actors, even police officers. Every few years, someone claims their dad or uncle was the murderer, but nothing sticks. The case remains one of Hollywood's darkest legends. The Voyagers' Golden Records. In 1977, NASA launched the Voyager probes into space, and on them, they placed golden records containing sounds of Earth, greetings in 55 languages, whale songs, music from Beethoven to Chuck Berry. It was basically a message in a bottle for aliens. The mystery isn't what's on the records, it's who. If anyone will ever find them. The Voyagers are now billions of miles away, drifting in interstellar space. Will some other species stumble upon them millions of years from now? Or will humanity's greatest mixtape just float forever, unheard? The disappearance of flight MH370. A Malaysian Airlines flight carrying 239 people took off from Kuala Lumpur and vanished. No distress calls, no radar trace, nothing. Pieces of the plane have washed up years later on distant shores, but the main wreckage has never been found. Theories go from pilot suicide to hijacking to military cover-ups. Some even say it landed somewhere in secret. But the terrifying truth? A modern jet with all our technology just disappeared, and we still don't know how. If you like this video, say less. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.